welcome to this very special edition of the Toy Room. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and with me today is a very special guest,
Landen, aka Landen Calrissian.
That's right, Landen Calrissian's with me today, and if you can't tell, we're related. A little bit. And hey, we are excited because this week something very special is happening on Friday. What's happening, Landon?
Batman versus Superman!
That's right. If you couldn't tell, we are excited for Batman versus Superman. And so what we wanted to do today was bring you a Toy Room special all about Batman versus Superman and all about some of the toys that have come out and some of the different items that we've picked up for Batman versus Superman. Yeah, you ready to go? You excited about Batman versus Superman? Yeah, as you can tell, we're Team Superman a little bit. Landon, why don't you tell everybody what your middle name is?
Jor-El.
Yep, and that's on purpose, folks. So he's my little Superman, and so today we are very excited. We're looking forward to this movie. We hope you are too. And we're going to go ahead and get started because we have some items here. Now, if you watch the show, if you're familiar with my channel, we actually did a review on this guy a few weeks ago. It's like a heat vision blast Superman. I really liked the figure. I thought he kind of looked like a figure from Tron or something like that. But it's pretty cool. I really like this figure, and so we did a review on that, and you can go and watch that review at any time if you just simply click on Batman's head. If you click on Batman's head, there's an annotation there, and that will take you to this episode. Okay, but we're not going to talk about this figure today because we've already talked about him. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The figure line for this for these figures, it's okay. It's not great. It's not awesome, but it's okay. Now, I do like, ironically enough, I like the Batman figures that have come out for that. And so today we're going to take a look at, first of all, we have the Batman versus Superman armored Batman. Now, Landon, you have this figure.
Yeah.
You've already opened this figure. We're going to open this figure today. But what do you think of this figure? How do you like this figure?
I really like it. And plus, it builds Batman's grappling gun.
Yep, you can collect all the different figures in the set. And if you do that, you can make Batman's grappling gun out of that. So you got a regular Batman that comes with this. I haven't purchased that yet, but I may still pick that up. There is a Superman figure in the line, the regular Superman figure, but I'll be honest with you, when Man of Steel came out, there was a thing called, I think it was Master Replicas or Movie Masters. It was a Movie Masters set, and that's this Superman right here, and we'll get a close-up of that. But this Superman right here, I really liked it. There was a whole set of them. There was Superman and Zod and Feora, the female.
Armored Zod.
Yeah,
Jor-El.
Armored Zod. Yep, Jor-El. And so I'll be honest with you, when the figures came out, looking at the Superman figure, even the deluxe figure, I still liked my Man of Steel figure better. Yep. And so I have not gone out and purchased the Batman versus Superman version yet because I just didn't feel that it looked as good as that Movie Master one did. And so, knowing me, I'll probably end up picking it up at some point, but instead, we bought this armored version of Batman. Now, you'll see here, we'll get some close-ups of this, but if you look at the front here, it's just the basic stuff. It shows Batman from the movie there. It says collect and connect grapple blaster replica. Batman versus Superman Armored Batman. It's from the DC Comics Multiverse line, and there's some pretty cool figures that have come out from this line. Yeah, seeing on the side, it says Batman versus Superman Armored Batman. Fearing the actions of a godlike superhero left unchecked, Gotham City, formidable, forceful vigilante takes on Metropolis's most revered modern-day savior, while the world wrestles with what sort of hero it really needs. And with Batman and Superman at war with one another, a new threat quickly arises, putting mankind in greater danger than it's ever known before. So as Landon mentioned on the back here, you can collect all 8 figures in the line, and if you do that, you can make Batman's grapple blaster, which is a nice little collectible piece, it looks like. On the back of this one, it just has the Wonder Woman figure, which my wife actually has, but we're not reviewing today because she is not taking it out of the package. and I can't really blame her. It does come with It does have Superman, regular Batman, and of course the armored Batman that we have here. So with that one, we're going to tear that open in just a minute. But first, we're going to look at these other two. Now, these other two are in the regular series line. And this right here is the Blast Attack Batman, but I've seen him more referred to as the Night, K-N-I-G-H-T, the Nightmare Batman. Because from the trailers we've seen, Batman has some kind of vision or something where it's kind of a post-apocalyptic world, and he's fighting a bunch of guys in this trench coat and stuff, and we see some really weird imagery there where Superman, it appears he's having some kind of nightmare that Superman turns evil, and then one of the cool things in one of the stills that we've seen, Batman is standing looking at the city that's just been kind of destroyed, and there's a big Omega symbol right outside the city in the ground, and of course we all know that is Darkseid's symbol, and so I think they're pretty much alluding to some Darkseid action in the upcoming Justice League movies. So that's the Nightmare Batman, or the Blast Attack Batman. As you can see here on the front, it says Blast Attack Batman. Not a lot of description here, but as you can see, he looks pretty cool. There, he's got a big, huge gun of some kind there, and some goggles, because Batman needs goggles, I guess. And then on the back, there's really not much explanation about the figure itself. It does talk about the Heat Vision Superman, which we already talked about a little bit. There is also a Heat Shield Batman that looks pretty cool. He's got some red mixed in with his gray and black. And then there's a Night Glider Batman.
Which
now,
I have.
You have that, and we actually may pull that out and take a look at that before the show's over, because I totally forgot that he had that figure. But he's got the Night Glide Batman, and so we're going to open that up here in just a minute as well.
And we also have a Wonder Woman.
Yes, we do. We have Wonder Woman. Now, this Wonder Woman was a variant Wonder Woman. One of the things I did like that they did with this set was they had the basic figures. You know, you have the basic Batman, and you had the basic Superman, and there was actually even a basic armored Batman. This is the deluxe armored Batman that we're talking about today.
It's on the back of this one.
But on this one, they came up with some pretty cool things, because the basic figures, Batman is just in gray and black, and Superman is just in his the more kind of toned down, kind of darker colors. But and when Wonder Woman has her colors on, except for it's outlined in gold, so her tiara is gold, or her crown is gold, her bracelets are gold, and her belt is gold, and her knee protection is gold. But then they also came out with these variant covers, and there are these variant figures, which I kind of like, because they did it in the classic colors of these characters. I mean, like Batman is actually in blue and gray, and that's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah, and he's got a yellow utility belt, so they kind of did him in the classic bright blue and gray. And then Superman, they did Superman 1 where it's bright red, bright blues, and bright yellows, which is kind of cool, because, you know, some people have talked about that they wish that the Henry Cavill Superman costume had the old bright colors that the old costume used to have. And so if you were interested in that, you could actually purchase that figure. And then there's this figure, which I actually like more than the deluxe Wonder Woman. And that is, she comes with silver instead of gold. So her crown is gold, her breastplate is gold. Yeah.
And plus it matches her shield and her sword.
Yep, it sure does. So the shield and sword that come with this, they're not as detailed as the one that comes with the deluxe figure. But, you know, I gotta say, it looks really cool like this. I've kind of gotten to like, that's one thing about the new 52 in the comics that I kind of liked, was how they kind of switched it up and made Wonder Woman have silver outlines in her costume. And so there's not much about New 52 that I liked. I didn't like the Superman costume at all. But, you know, hey, you can't win them all, right? And so this figure is also, it just says Wonder Woman on it. It doesn't really have a lot of detail as far as what the figure's about. On the back, it doesn't really have any kind of description. It just kind of talks about what she comes with and what she is. And that's pretty much it for these figures, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we are going to open these right now. Okay, so first we're going to open up this Blast Attack Batman. If you want to go ahead and start getting into that. Open it up here. Ooh. We'll see what we got. That's what he kind of looks like there. And we'll get him out of the plastic.
Need to get
His goggles out there.
Goggles. Put them right there. His gun. Isn't that a really big gun?
That's a really big gun. Alright. And then we'll get Batman
out of here.
Out of there. Alright. Now let's take a look at Batman here and what he looks like. If you want to come back here, Landon, real quick. Go ahead and come back here. And we'll take a look close up. If we can see the figure right here, looks in pretty cool condition here. His arms bend at the elbow. You want to go ahead and take the camera here, Landon? There you go. Just keep it on there. All right. So arms bend. Now I'm noticing here too, just like with the Superman that we talked about before, these joints are really stiff. So I did see something online about you can take and put it in the freezer for just a couple of minutes. You don't want to put it in there for too long, but just for a couple of minutes, and that'll kind of loosen that up. Now the arms also kind of move side to side here, so you got a ball joint there, and of course the swivel. He has the goggles there. The head moves side to side, and will go all the way around, but we're not going to force that there. It does not go up and down though. Well, there's a little bit of a tilt to it, just a smidge. Just a smidge of tilt. Yes, you can see there.
There is.
Yeah. So and then you can put the bat goggles on there. So is he Batman or is he Clark Kent? I don't know. Okay. So then let's take a look here. The hips do not swivel. Those are in place there. The legs come up, and whoa, man, these joints are really stiff. Like I cannot even bend that right now. That's really stiff.
Put that in the freezer.
So yeah, so we'll have to do that. The jacket looks like stays on pretty well. Looks like it's like a WWE figure kind of, where you can take it off, but you don't really want to there. Yeah, so that's kind of the Batman figure. And of course, let's see if his gun fits in his hand. Now, Landon, you were saying that with the other Batman figure that his gun doesn't really go in his hand, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, we'll have to.
I'm surprised about that. But I did find a way, like there's like this other end on the end that you can like hook it on it, but you can't hold it by the handle.
Okay, keep that still. All right, so let's take another look. And now let's move on to Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, as Batman would say. Shield.
Got the shield.
Get that on her. Got the sword.
All right, let's take a look at her. Come back here again. You gonna put the shield on her there?
Yep. The sword.
In her hand.
I think it goes the opposite way. Gosh, this is not what I'm going.
All right, so we finally got that sword in her hand, as you can see right there. As you see, she is sporting the silver, and her arms. Now, her arms, these joints are still tight. I'm gonna take that off real quick. These joints are still tight, but they're not as bad as the Superman and the Batman figure, and of course they swivel as well, so you get that action on both there. Let's see, her head, because of her hair, she doesn't have a lot of movement on her head, and it does not tilt, but that's to be expected from this hair. As you can see, it's molded plastic, so the rope does not come off, but it's kind of attached to this kind of thing that goes around her here. And then oh wow, her knees are nice as well. I mean, they're not as tight as Batman's and Superman's. Again, she has no waist movement, but She's got holes in her feet for putting her on a stand if you want. And she looks pretty detailed here, especially for being in the basic line. She looks pretty good. And of course you put her shield on right there. And then we'll put her sword back in her hand.
Dun, dun, dun.
And take a final look at Wonder Woman. Well, that sword doesn't want to go in there, does it?
I know. The shield just jumped off too.
Yep, shield's coming off. Everything's coming off. Not everything, hopefully. All right. So you can see there's Wonder Woman. She looks pretty good. The sword and the shield. The sword and the shield. Doesn't go that way. Okay. The sword and the shield look pretty good, but they are kind of generic, just kind of a gray, silverish plastic. But there's Wonder Woman. And finally, we have our Batman vs. Superman armored Batman. We're going to take apart here. Let's see if we can find the best way to do this. There's some tape there.
Yeah, that one was hard for me to get off too.
Was it?
Yep. Wasn't easy, but I got it.
Sometimes you just got to rip into it and
tear that box open.
Tear that box open. All right, that wasn't so bad.
Just wait for it.
The cape seems to be kind of lodged in there a little bit. But oh yeah, it's not so bad. He's not.
His arms move great, and so do the legs.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah.
And his hips can move and everything.
Yeah, I can already tell that this is a better quality figure, but you would hope it was, given what it is. Now, okay, so
that's
here.
That's the piece for the grappling guns.
Yep, here's the piece for the grappling gun. I'm not really sure what piece.
I have the exact same piece.
That is, but that's just kind of what was sitting in there. Now, take a look at the figure himself. Just looking at it right away. Do you bleed? You will. Okay, so first we're going to look at the head. The head moves side to side. Ooh, and we got some nice up and down motion there. That's really good. I like the cape. It's a nice molded plastic, and if it's not going to be cloth, I like to have that molded plastic there. One of my biggest complaints about the Heat Vision Superman and the basic figures in this set was the capes are vinyl, and that's just awful. So the arm moves up like that. This arm moves out, as you can see. The
legs.
The elbow here stretches. It goes back and forth. Plus, it's got a swivel. Ooh, it's got a couple swivels. It's got a swivel at the bicep, a swivel at the forearm, and then a swivel at the wrist as well. So there's a lot of swiveling going on there. And that's both arms.
Now
then the waist. The waist. This one does turn. Then you have legs there.
Down.
Leg goes out. So the legs, both legs spread.
He's doing the splits.
There you go. That's nice. There's a swivel there at the on the upper part of the leg. There is there's no swivel for the bottom part of the leg, but there is good bending there. And then for the foot, there's no swivel back and forth.
Look at the bottom of those.
But there is this right here, and so
bad for Superman.
And then of course, yes, then we have this right here. And so that looks pretty good. Now let's see. Landon said he had a problem getting the gun in the hand. Let's see if I have that same problem. Huh.
Can you put the gun in my hand? Not.
Man, that gun does not want to go.
This is the way I did it.
In the hand. There. Hold on. I almost got it. Almost got to kind of stretch it out a little bit. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that for sake of time, but there you go. There.
This is the way I did it. Okay. you see this part? I put it like this. Put it like this so I can actually use it.
Oh, that's different. Hey, I guess you do whatever works, right?
Yep.
All right, and as a bonus, we're going to go ahead and show you this Night Glide Batman, who's actually pretty cool. He's kind of a bluish gray, and then he's got silver trim there. And he's pretty much the same articulation as all the other figures, except for he comes with these wings on the back instead of a cape, which I kind of like that. And they do come off. I'm going to show them how they come off.
Okay, so, see, you just want to take them off. You just go like this and then just take them off.
Cool, you want to show us his back then?
Yeah, but there's holes in his back, but hey, no wings.
All right.
And
So,
guess what I got this with? I got it with good grades in school.
yeah, there you go. So that is the Night Glide Batman from the same series, the Batman vs. Superman series. Probably won't be in the movie, but hey, you got to make different figures, right? And finally today we have the Batman vs. Superman twin sheet set and bedspread. And as you can see here, it's got some cool patterns on it. If we turn it around, it comes with one pillowcase that has Batman and Superman on one side, and then the Batman vs. Superman logo on the other. And if we turn it around here, there's the Batman vs. Superman logo at the top. And then over here we have the comforter with it's reversible. One side has Batman punching Superman, as you can see here. If you flip that over, it just has the Batman versus Superman logo on the other side. It looks pretty cool. Landon is having a hard time deciding which side that he actually wants to show. There you can see the Batman versus Superman logo and one way that you can display it. And it looks pretty cool. We might have to pick up another pillowcase or whatever so that he can have that for both. If you turn it around here, and you can see both options there, both the Batman versus Superman logo and Superman being punched by Batman. And here we will show you now what it looks like in Landon's room. Landon's got a couple of Batman versus Superman posters, and voila, there it is, folks. That's what it looks like. So, and I will tell you that these sheets are very silky smooth. This is a really high grade sheet set, especially for a kid. So there you have it, the Batman vs. Superman sheet and comforter set. Alright guys, so that is our Batman vs. Superman unboxing / toy room special, okay? And so thank you for joining us. This is what we have so far. You know, they may come out with more items. I guess it just depends upon how popular the movie is. And of course, leading into Justice League, there are some other items. There's an Aquaman figure that I have not picked up yet, but I
kind of want it.
Does exist out there. He looks pretty cool. And there's two versions of him, one with tattoos, one without, one with the new green and gold, and then of course green and yellow with the classic Aquaman colors and with orange and things like that. And so this is what we have. And of course, there's one item that you really want, and what is that?
The Batman Batmobile.
That's right, the new Batmobile.
6-inch action figures.
Yep, the new Batmobile looks pretty cool, and so Landon's hoping that
get that for Easter.
That he might get that for Easter. We'll have to wait and see. So hey guys, thanks for joining us. I'm Enosh, like I said, aka Enosh Fett, and this is
Landon / Landon Carizian.
That's right, and we thank you for joining us. Thanks for watching the show. If you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment down in the comment section. Do you have any of these figures? Do you plan on picking up any of these figures? Are there any figures that you would like to see made in this line? Or things that you've seen that maybe we haven't seen. We'd love to hear your comments, and so if you could leave your comments down in the comment section, that would be great. Also, hey, if you like what we do here around here with some of the shows that we've got, please subscribe so that you know when new episodes are coming out, and you can enjoy the fun of collecting right along with us, okay? So keep collecting out there, and we'll see you next time on The Toy Room. Hey, Batman, you want to go get some lunch?
Do you eat? You will.